we are going, our Lex user. Remember AWS, we logged in. So this is our AWS where we are Lex user. Remember, we in IE browser. In case if you still don't know, we are in IM user, right? This user, we are trying to do that. So now come here. Now you search here, cloud front. Search cloud front. Again, we are trying to do part 2. It doesn't matter you have done part 1, part 2. Ideally, everything you should do, but in case if you're not able to do part 1, you can still continue with part 1. Some of the activity you can still do it. May not work 100%, but you can still be comfortable with the navigation. I always like to do navigation because when next time you see everything, you will say, I know this, I know this, I know this. It's always good idea. Please don't give up too quickly. Be stubborn, because this field which you are getting into, there are a lot of roadblock you will get, right? And if you're not stubborn, you will give up quickly. And this country, especially we are here, more people quickly give up. IT is not for person who just quickly give up, because challenge will be there. Our goal is to figure it out, and that's why we are paid big money, right? It's very important. In this exercise, you are learning CloudFront. You may see there are certain tricky things will happen. We'll solve the problem. We have to do Googling or sometimes ChatGPT because that's the best way to solve the problem. So it's not like why he has a problem. Everyone will have a problem because that's the way it is designed. Okay, so let's get started. So you search CloudFront. Now I click on CloudFront. So when you click on CloudFront, the first thing it will ask, do you have special domain you want to create or instance you want to create? You can see I have created 3 instances. You see that? The reason I have created that because I was playing around. It costs money. So you need to remind me before we go home, we will disable it, right? The reason disable, because if you delete it, you have to do a lot more. And I think I would still give it's okay to pay a little bit of money, but if you try to do again everything, it's going to take 3-4 hours, right? So choice is ours. Before you do that, I have done it. So I just want to make sure you understand. Every time I do CloudFront, it gives me domain. So if I use this domain, you don't worry, I'm just explaining. So if I use this domain is a front-facing domain that internally talk to S3. Make sense? So CloudFront is a front-facing domain. Entire world will come to CloudFront. So if you're in Australia, it will come to CloudFront. CloudFront will get through S3. So they don't go to S3. That's what I'm trying to say. So right now, if I paste it here and if I press enter, you will see the page, same page, because it's internally use S3, but CloudFront available to see how fast it comes. And that's the benefit of CloudFront. So let's do it together. So we're going to create instance. I'm going to, for time being, let me do one thing. I'm going to disable it. So reducing the complexity, I disable so it won't create a problem. So create distribution. Now every distribution should have a name. So I will use my distribution name as my kind of what I'm doing in my piggy bank. My piggy bank I was doing is the IVR, right? So I will use IVR test. I would just say IVR test, right? Give a name. Now, please understand, this is just distributor name, so no problem. If you want to give a descriptions, you can. Single website, because we are not doing multiple website, but if you are doing multiple website, it does have support also. If you have like google.com, if you purchase any domain, you can add it here. So now google.com, if somebody type google.com internally, it does exactly similar thing, but it's a beautiful name, google.com. We are using free domain, so it will create domain for us. Okay. Now let's do the next. Now here tons of things available. So it says CloudFront. If somebody access CloudFront, right? If customer access CloudFront, how CloudFront can access? So there are many ways CloudFront can go. So if you are doing media package or like videos and all, which Netflix use, if somebody is using load balancer, VPC origin and all. So here we are using S3. So we are saying, when somebody access CloudFront, we would like to go to S3. So we'll select S3. Now here is interesting. So we did S3. Now it says choose an AWS origin or enter the origin's domain name. So this is very interesting, domain name. So what's that mean? So if you remember, we created a page here. You guys remember the page? The page has a URL. You copy that URL and you paste that URL in your piggy bank. Somewhere you paste in a piggy bank. So this is your domain. This is your domain. Highlight and copy this domain. Control C. That domain came from S3. You copy that domain. Good so far? Please understand. You copy that domain and then you have to paste that domain. Please do not type. Please do not type, because I already gone through those mistakes, right? So please do not type. So here, the S3 bucket has a static web hosting enabled. If you plan to use distribution as a website, we recommend using S3 website endpoint rather than bucket endpoint. So I'll say, yeah, that's fine. I'll just click on that. Yes, that's fine. So it used that. So far, so good. Easy. We are here so far. Now, please understand. You can see here, we are using recommendation. We are using recommendation. This one was a problem for me because you can see cache. So what is cache means? So cache means memory. So whatever change you give, it will maintain. Australia server will maintain, Beijing server will maintain, Mumbai will maintain. They will maintain. Once you push it, right, S3 content, it will maintain. And then clearing cache, it doesn't happen instantly. It means you will always remain old content for maybe certain period, and that's a problem. There are ways you can clear, but it's not guaranteed because it cache it, there's a time associated with that. So right now we are using recommended, and then AWS as you change the content, AWS continuously update that, but there is a latency there. You might see some period old content, right? Now click on next. So when you come in next, it is asking me, do you want secure protection? If I do protection, if I click like what you call big bank applications, I would definitely do protection, but our is hello world. So we'll say do not enable protection. Does it matter? There is no big difference. One is secure and it will cost you money. We are not trying to do anything special. So we are not, you can come back and change anytime. So it's not like, oh my God, I forgot. You can come and change anytime. So click on do not and next. At this moment, it is giving me some hint here. So you can see here, you have general configuration. This is my taste name. Its origin is here, right? Now, there are certain things happen which you don't need, but it is happen. I'll show you the problem. No matter what you do, there are certain things it does internally. So we have to go and correct it. I'll show you. So right now we are just going to click on create distribution. It takes approximately 3 to 4 minutes to create distributions. So give it 3-4 minutes and it will say deploy, deploy, deploy. And right now you can see it's deploy, right? But I know already there is a mistake it does make because I've gone through like this exercise many times. So what happened? Deploying. Deploying is nothing but you're taking your S3 content and it is pushing all over the world right now. Of course, it's going to take time. Meantime, I know the problem. Problem is the origin. So if you can go to origin, click on origin, and in origin, this one is the link. So click here and edit. Origin, click here and edit. So far, so good. So when you click on edit, what happens here? Oh, this time there's no problem. Oh, it took nice. Seems like they updated. It seems like they take it. I think it will work. So normally when I do this exercise at my home, it selects something else. It does not select HTTP, but by default HTTP only, which is cool. I like it.
In mine it is not selected. So should I
It's not selected, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
same.
you need to select HTTP only, right?
Okay.
Yeah. See, you guys in mine get different because mine is remember based on my pattern. Because this is we need to do HTTP only. Your port will automatically, and it was your screen will match according to mine, right? If as soon as you do
Yes.
HTTP, yes or no?
Yes.
Now save it. Yeah. Sorry. Just no. So now you save it. So it will again deploy, right? It's gonna take time. Good news, I have properly working. Can you believe that? Because
Why do we want HTTP only? Is there any reason?
ideally we need HTTPS, but because we don't have certificate, right? We are using S3, right? So that's why we are using. Ideally, if it's a website, I will have proper SSL certificate, and that's why. So right now, I think it's deploying. Hopefully, it will be deployed for me because I have not uploaded. So I can go to general, and still it's deploying, right? What we are expecting after 3 minutes, right? After 3 minutes, this domain, if I access, it should go to S3. And if it works, you're going to give me tada, and part 2 is done. Pretty good. Was it hard at all? And people are saying, do you know content delivery network? And your answer is no, you are not useful. How long it takes to know content delivery network? 10 minutes, 2 hours, but sometimes it costs you job. If you say, I don't know, yes or no? Knowledge is the power, use it or lose it. I think most here in US, talent is highly valued. Unfortunately, we don't know. I think many of our students are programmers, right? Database guy and all. They will never make money what you make here, right? This is a lot of high pay money, but it requires tricky thing here. It's not like a what you call stereotype. You do programming, this is all creative thinking. Like you have to think about big picture, how to, and there are a lot of problems you will experience and you have to navigate that. That's all expectations are, right? Still deploying. I want to check. I'm like impatient, right? So I'm going to copy this thing and I'm going to put it in my piggy bank. I like to put all this thing because later on, it will be helpful. So I copy this. Now I'm going to open a new tab in IE browser where I am right now logged in. I open a new tab and I paste it and see if I get S3. And if yes, ta-da! If I get that, ta-da! If not, I have to troubleshoot. I can't move forward. It works. It just works. Give me thumbs up. You guys agree or not? I'm trying right now CloudFront distribution. It worked or no? So you have now problem to deal with, right? The HTTP is did it work or no? It should work if you follow the steps correctly, right? If you type, problem will start.
Yeah, it worked for me.
Then congratulations, you're doing great job. The problem remain was HTTPS. So that was, I figured it out after a lot more effort, but at least you can see that the goal of the exercise, type, no type, copy, paste. Because I had the small issue in one typing, it cost me 6 hours, and not to mention how much frustration I'm getting. Sometimes I can't eat, I can't talk, I can't go outside. It's a big problem. So my problem is big. I'm sure when you go in job, you will see the similar problem. Good. Part 2 is done. Those who have problem, the only problem you may have is first, every step we have to test. So if S3 was working, if yes, then issue is in CloudFront origin. You may want to properly to check it, right? There is no special thing we did. We just step by step it follow. And now we have part 2 done. So good news, we're moving ahead. So I like to make task complete, right? Part 1 done. Part 2 done. So now we are going to do lags, which is our part 3. Are you guys ready? Okay. People on phone, they're ready. It's a 7:55. Let's complete the part 3 and then we'll take a break. Those who are struggling, you can help each other out later because these are all independent part, but you can connect the later. Don't delete it. Troubleshooting is also fun. You will be able to figure it out eventually. And trust me, we are recording the session, so don't complain me. The recording will be available as well. So let's go back to our console, browser, where we are logged in AWS console with the Lex user, right? Copy this URL because I don't want to stop I can use it. I can use it. That's fine. Why don't you search here Lex? Just search Lex. Search Lex. Everyone search Lex. In a Lex, remember Lex is nothing but the smart bot, right? This bot, there are other things I want to cover. If time permits, I'll cover like a lot of intelligence you can add. If not, I'll cover next week. but there are a lot of intelligence we can do. It's not like a simple thing. It's like a life you can spend. It's pretty advanced you can go for. And this is going to be a life, because think nowadays you're chatting with Alexa, right? You're chatting with Siri, you are chatting with Google Dot. Those are Lex type of technology, right? So let's click on Lex. And in the Lex, we're gonna create our own bot. You can see how many bots I have because I was playing around, right? It took me a lot more time, so I have to delete. Remind me today. I will relax because it's costing me a lot of money, but that's fine. In case if I run with issue, I can troubleshoot, right? You can see the access. Right now, there is no concept called disable, otherwise I would have disabled it. But anyway, let's click on create bot. This is the part 3, which is independent. So in case part 2 did not work, don't stop. Work on part 3. These are independent. So good news about this is a Lego block. I designed like that. I have seen a lot of videos. I have gone through a lot of books. They design everything end to end in one exercise. What I have done is systematical part. So you can independently plug and play. You can create a new part and you can plug and play and it will work. And the reason I did it because I know many of you are new. So click on create bot. And we are going to use traditional bot with a good example. So we're going to click on traditional bot with the example. Start with the example. So we are going to do example. So traditional bot with the start with example. Good. Now by default, AWS gives you a lot of example, make appointment, open flower and all, but book trip is kind of Expedia, right? Or you can go to anywhere like priceline.com, like book a flight, book a car. So we'll do, and then we'll modify a little bit so you guys can understand. I want to teach you little. You can also add conditions. You can do programming and all. If time permits, I'll show you all. But again, I need more support to complete end to end, right? So we do bar. So what is this bot is going to do? So here I like the conversation. So bot come with three. The bot come with 3 things. Did I give a name to bot? No. Did I give a name? Not yet, right? Okay, I'll give it later. Yeah, here. So what this bot is going to do? Bot allows me to book hotel. So there are 3 things. Intent. So there are 2 intent comes with together. It's hotel, book hotel, and book I believe car. So book hotel and book car. Now, in order for user means normal person, they will say I need a hotel, I need to reserve a car. So they will write utterance. Utterance will give their objective, what they want to accomplish. Through utterance, you will find intent. But BART cannot make decisions. So BART is going to ask a bunch of questions, like what city, what time, what date. That's called slot. So slot is nothing but detail to complete the goal. Now, when you do this, complete the goal, one should receive all the detail. Ideally, this entire information is nothing but requirement gathering. And the requirement gathering, you create a JSON. You create a JSON file, which sometimes we call request or payload. And that request will normally send it to Lambda for further processing. Now what Lambda does, Lambda is nothing but Python program. Lambda is nothing but Python program. So that Python program will insert into database, whatever you did. It can call to web services. It can send you email. It can do text, SMS, all. So my goal is to cover all those things, not today, eventually, because I don't want to teach you too much in one day. It will collapse, right? But if you do this one exercise, I can give you next 5 years, you won't have any problem. 5 years, I'm telling, not even 5 months. Why? Because this is called template problem. Template problem means think about anywhere you go. These are things happen, right? Example, I go to bank, I open an account. Though I do manually, but if I do through bot, when I open an account, they will add into Bank of America database, account created. Do you agree? Then they may send like some, what do you call, call, a web service call to print checkbook, right? Third, they will send me email. Fourth, they will send me SMS. This email, data entry, web, these are the only 4 things you will see. SMS you get, email you get, data entry, web service. There are not too many things. And now this happens over and over. So if you do one exercise, you're pro. If you do 2 or 3 times, you will be expert. Make sense? I'm not going to teach Lambda today because it will be too much, but in coming class, I'll show you. I have completed all the homework, but time will not be allowed. So today I will just show you intent only, right? As we go further, here we're going to write IVR bot. So let's write Tom, IVR bot, IVR bot. So we'll say Tom, IVR bot. I'm using name very carefully. So I'll write down here, Control C. And I make a lot of mistakes too. Okay, so it's not like I'm not making mistake. The reason there are so many steps, so it's humanly impossible to do all at first attempt. Though I try my best. Tom, IVR bot, you write your name if you want, but whatever you write, you need to remember. If you ask me after a few minutes, what did I write? I will not know, right? So it's very important you write it down. Now, as you can see here, IAM permissions will say create role and basic lacks permission. This is going to create its own role and permission. Again, when I have this option, I automatically select that because AWS will automatically select that. Now, if you scroll down, we'll say, you know what, enable log. So it will enable the log, and I'll say no child related content. So we are not doing child related content. COPA perspective, we are not doing, we're enabling log. Whenever we enable the log, we are using CloudWatch. Remember the word CloudWatch. So CloudWatch is nothing but anytime you're doing log, because there are so many components, if there is a problem, you go to CloudWatch. So CloudWatch helps you to see what's the error. Trust me, Lambda perspective, it is a super duper helpful. Other things, it doesn't give me much detail, but Lambda, I found all my problem for Lambda through CloudWatch, and it really helped. As we go further, we'll cover more. Now, there is a concept called session and session. There are two things, session attribute and session timeout. Session timeout means when you start the chat, right? And you say, you know what, I want to book hotel. And suddenly you got a call and you started talking to someone. If you come back after 5 minutes, the bot will refresh. All your history will be gone. Make sense? That's called timeout. Timeout means how long you should maintain without typing or without interaction. Sometimes, you know, if you have more like time, you're wasting time and money, because if you write 20 minutes, what that means, a person is not typing, you are still paying AWS resources. So it's 5 minutes is reasonable. There's a concept called session attribute. Session attribute means when you start something, please understand. Remember, we have part A, part B, part C, part D. All this part is happening with one browser. So you are starting with a browser, but connectivity happens. So if I type in a what you call in a lax, which is the bot, but if I want to go to Lambda and I want to see what did I type, I can get that information through session attribute. So session attribute is a variable as long as your browser is open. So it's a session. Entire activity, what you do in that session, you can share among component. So like example, I want to send it to database, I want to send it to web services, I want to send it to email. I can exchange from one service to another service through session attribute. So session attribute is for that session. As soon as I close the browser and if I try again, there's a new session, right? So session attribute lasts till the browser is open. Make sense or not? So anytime when you're doing application, right, as long as your application you're writing, it's there, and close the browser, you have to start over. Okay? So now do next. This is the example, so it will do automatically everything for us. It took longer than I thought. Okay, here you go. So now the police service is there.
Hello, my name is Danielle. Let me know how I can assist you.
Like if you don't like Daniel, you can use Matthew.
Hello, my name is Matthew.
Right.
Let me know how I can assist you.
This will be very helpful when we make a call. So don't tell me that time if you want to change, you will be late. Okay. So whatever voice you like, you can select that. Right. Right now, I'm going to say done. And my bot is ready. This is the example bot. So
my name is Joanna. Let me know how I can assist you.
Someone is doing along with me, huh? Great. I like that. So right now, the things are done. So you can see here at this moment, book car, and book hotel, right? And it is asking me to save intent. So I'm going to just save intent. Okay, I'm just going to click on save intent. So when I click on save intent, this is all saved. So far so good. Because we use examples, so I tried less quick. Let's quickly walk through so we can understand how it works. So let's walk. Right now I'm in a book hotel. So that is my intent. What is intent? These are two lines is very important. Intent is objective. And this is the $1 million line. I made a mistake in typing. So sometime if you make mistake on typing, AI will not understand. This is actually a kind of hint to AI that user is trying this intent. So example, what happened? I type like a purchase product. And if I write, I want to buy product. So buy product was not matching, right? So sometimes you need to make sure the intent is very, when you are writing this intent of what you call description, it has to be such a way that AI can understand. You can write one conditional, like example, book hotel, intent to book hotel on stay booker, right? But then you can also write here, if you are booking on Friday, 10% off. If you're booking deluxe, you get more information you give, then AI will start making decision automatically. Now, if you make a mistake, like example, you're doing book hotel here, but here you write, let's say example, this is just an example. You write like, this is just like example, right? Now, if you say, I want to book a hotel, then it is not going to help because you wrote, this is an example. There is no matching happen. So what AI will do is it will try to see that what user is writing, which is called utterance. What user is writing utterance, is it a translated language? Like example, I like fruit. And here you can say this is a fruit service, fruit, matching happen, right? But if I say I like fruit and here you write like I like something bread, it may not work well. So most of the problem happens because utterance and intents are not matching. Trust me, spelling mistake matters. So it's very important. So we'll do testing also. So this is the most important line item. Okay? If this line is not correct, you will not get intent. It means nothing will happen. If you scroll down, the most important part is second is called utterance. In utterance, you will see curly bracket. I want you to focus on all. So this is a book, a hotel. So it is automatically matching, right? You can see hotel. So you can see everywhere hotel comes in picture, right? Now, wherever you see curly bracket, that's a slot. Now this slot, if you want to pass to Lambda, there is only one way you can pass, it's called session attribute. So session attribute, or you can pass through some kind of slot. So there are two ways you can pass, slot or session attribute. So because you write curly bracket, you can create a slot. Slot is nothing but input parameter, right? And session attribute is hidden parameter. Slot you normally ask, and session attribute you don't ask, you pass. It's a hidden parameter. So we'll see that. So now you can see right away there are two slots. If you see here, there is a slot here. So example prompt. What location? Why? Because you can see here there is a location is a slot. Yes or no? Next, every time you ask question, like example, what date? Right? So date is a slot, night, room type. So how many slot total you have? 4. It means if you pass to Lambda, by default, part of your slots you will pass 4, which we'll cover next week. Right? Why do you ask this thing? The reason you ask, without this thing you can't book the room. So you have to do that. So when you do homework, I give you similar exercise. I think movie, you need to buy a movie ticket. So like example, if you're going to AMC theater and say I need a movie ticket, will they give you a movie ticket? Because AMC theater has 12 screens. The first question will say which screen? So you can say screen 1. Which show? You say this. What is age group? So these are your slot. And when you say that, then they'll say it's $20, $40, like that. Nowadays, I don't watch movie on theater, but when you go there, the questions are asked. Those are slots. Slot gives you detail how to process your intent. Good so far? So at this moment, I think we're almost done. So let's build it. So we're going to build it We're going to build it and then we'll test it. We're almost about to complete our third step, build and test it. So far we are lucky, things are working, right? We can modify and all, which I will cover as we go further. I hope you guys do homework, lab and all, practice that, because more practice you do, more comfortable you will become. Most of the AI class, I'll be telling you honestly, AI class will be pretty dry. You will be learn like a theory. This is the only way you learn is a practical, is doing this way. Though I explained the concept, more videos, more details in the forum, but please understand, theory will not give you job or confident. Practical knowledge will give you tremendous power, right? So it's very important that you learn that way. There are a lot of book materials available and I'm happy to provide you that in a Google class. Now, bot is ready. Now let's click on test. So we'll test it out. And when you test it, you will see your bot ready. Right now, I just click on test and let's click on inspect. So we'll know what's going on. So let's click on inspect. So you can see right now intent slot. So here I'll say, let's example, I say I want to book hotel. So it will understand intent is, look at that, it understand intent is book hotel, right? So now these are slots, it doesn't have any informations. So it's gonna ask questions. You can say, what city are you staying in? So let's say I want to stay in New York. Please understand, I'm typing NY. I'm typing NY, right? Because there is a AI involved, it will understand New York. This is not me, but this is AI will understand New York. So, okay, which city would you be staying in? Again, it is asking the same question. Maybe there's a special city they are looking for. Let's say Chicago. Let me write Chicago. Okay. What day you want to check in? What day you want to check in? Oh, the question was city. New York was state. That's why it is not picking. Okay. What day you want to check in? So let's say today. Do you agree that I'm not giving a date, right? So you can say how many nights will you be staying? So 3 days from now. But it is a numeric value. So I'll say that's 3. Let's say 3. What type of room you need? So they give me selection. So I'll say king and say, okay, I have down for 3 night stay Chicago. And I confirm. I'll say yes. So you can see everything is working. Right now, this is a shallow bot. Shallow bot means when I say yes, processing is not happening. Do you guys agree? Processing only happens through Lambda. And Lambda you can only do when you know Python program. So I will be teaching you Python a little bit here in this class because Python is essential. If you know Python, you can work in Lambda, you can do infinite activity. But right now, my bot is ready. Now, in order for us to deploy the bot, there is a few steps we need to follow. But any questions so far? We're about to complete part 3. Any questions so far? Good so far? Okay, awesome. So let's go back to our bot. So we'll go back to our back to intent list. Click on that. So when you click on the back to intent list, we are here. At this moment, if you are here, if you can carefully see here, the concept called, yeah. Do you see the concept called version? Let's click on version. So when you click on version, the default version is draft. It is a good practice that before you push this to the cloud front, you should make your final version, right? So I'm going to click on create version. Click on create version. So please understand, I did this exercise from here to here. I click on create version. So when you click on create version, we are here. And if you want to connect the Lambda, just for your knowledge purpose, this is like a tricky, it took me time. ChatGPT really helped me. This is like, you can see anywhere that you won't see Lambda. They hide the Lambda. Can you believe that? They hide Lambda here. So if you come here, right? You come here and you can see here, This is your successful build. And if I click on advanced setting, just for knowledge purpose, I have this thing, right? I can select the version of my choice. I can select that. And if I click on second, they hide lambda here. I think we have not completed yet. So let me create that. So first, one more time. Let me go back here. Just don't want to confuse you. So first I went to version, right? Now, sorry, not this one here. Create a version. First, if you want to write some information, you can write it. Now, I am not going to do anything. I'm just sending English. But if you want to change the language, you can change language also. So now create. So it is going to create the first version. Okay. Now, in case you feel like, I need to make some changes, you can go back to version 1. Right. Now, in version 1, you can see now this is clickable. Do you see that? Say yes or no. And when you click on that, they add a lambda there, which is hidden part, which is very hard to find that how to get the lambda part. So they added lambda there. Will a language. Remember the language part. They added language. Right now we have not selected the lambda, but lambda they added in language. So you will not see anywhere how to connect Lex with lambda. You only can connect Lex with lambda by clicking language. So remember that part, that is little hidden part. So we have done a version. Now, last thing before we take a break, if you see in deployment, you see deployment, click on alias, click on alias. Please understand there is a by default test alias is there. Test alias is for testing purpose. You should never use this alias when you are pushing to CloudFront. Instead, you're going to create a new alias. Make sense? Test alias is for only testing purpose. So you are going to create your new alias and you will link that the version 1 because you create a new version, right? We'll link that, right? So let's click on that, create alias. So now when you click alias, it says choose existing version. So I'm going to click version 1, right? Version 1. So far, so good. And now I'm going to say create. I'm going to create. So this way I created my alias. Oh, I have not given alias. So I'm going to give a final alias. Right, I'm giving a name final alias. So let me give a final IVR alias. Maybe that would be helpful. Final IVR alias. You can give any name, but give meaningful name, right? And create. This is a completion of part 3 that you have BART ready, and it is a final copy. At this moment, it's 8:19. Let's take a 10 minutes break. We have most important thing to do, which is CloudFront. Sorry, Connect. Connect will take 30-40 minutes. So let's take a break, drink water, coffee. We'll be back in 10 minutes. People on phone, right now it's 8:19. Take a 10 minutes break, drink water, coffee, stretch yourself, and we'll.
So far going smooth. We are with you.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you all enjoy. It's a fun activity. I'm sure when you see the end result, you will love it. The end result is one of the most popular. To be honest with you, the $1 million worth of the exercise. Why? Because in case if you don't know what you're trying to do this exercise, think about State Farm. So State Farm has like what you call call center. Every State Farm so big, so there will have a 4 or 5 call center. Each call center will have 100 plus people. So 100 times 4 means 400 people, and per day, let's say they pay like one person, let's say $100. So 400 times 100, which is $40,000 a day, multiply by 365. So we are talking about $15 million. I know they may not cut all 400 people, but I think they may reduce to 40 to 50 people. Still they will be able to do the work, and you will see why. Okay, so let's continue. So we have done part 3. Now we also done a CloudFront also, right? Which working. Now the most important part is here. This part is a little tricky, but we'll figure it out as we go further. You do need some kind of what you call phone because your activity will work. But let's get started. You see, I'm not doing I'm not checking any materials and still doing the lab, right? I'm not checking all the things, right? Because that is what you need to be at that level. Then guaranteed job. Because in interview, they will ask you questions step by step. And nowadays, interview is not like memorization. Interview is all about scenario based. There's no wrong or right answer, but scenario based. It's important. Now search here, connect. Connect. Amazon Connect. Amazon Connect is a platform, especially enables you to do a lot of things. Connect has a diversified platform, means you can do IVR, IVA, and all kind of things. So anytime somebody say IVR or IVA, Connect comes in picture. That's why we are using Connect. So let's click on Connect. We have 20-30 steps to perform here, and I'm hoping everything goes well. We should be able to complete our lab in 30 minutes. Next 30 minutes are very, very important. Okay. And you need to remind me that I'll destroy my all resources. If you don't destroy, it will cost you quite a good money because the services we are using is expensive. Are you guys here? Say yes. Sorry.
So for us, even last week, it didn't come up because it said finish your,
Complete the registration.
we tried it.
Yeah, you do need a money. For this one, you need a money. So if you are not associated credit card, right? Why don't you complete it? It should not be that difficult. Whatever the prompt you are getting, just complete that.
Tried that, even open search is still not working because it is going to this page.
And then what I'm trying to say, when you give a credit card, was it working credit card?
Yeah, it is working.
So I think you may want to change that part because if that is not working, you will get that prompt. Ideally, you should not get this prompt. So Irina, you also have the same issue?
I it wasn't complete.
Then what happened?
Yeah, I got screen.
No, but still, if you go to connect again, try searching for AWS.
No, that's fine. You are here, right? Let's continue. Yeah, you should upgrade. That's fine. Free tier, this is not available. Let me repeat. This service is not available in free tier. So that's why you need, again, trust me, it won't cost you too much money. You're going to destroy it in 3 hours. So maybe $1 it will cost you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should destroy.
Yeah, we didn't create a plan, it was a free account, so
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, upgrade, as I said, just upgrade it. It will be fine. Let me know if you're ready. Okay, so please understand, here we are creating a platform. This is the audio video platform. You can say telephonic platform. This is a huge thing. Normally people don't even know this service exists. So we're going to click on our add instance. We're going to create an instance. So we're going to click on add instance. So it is asking what kind of things you are doing. So store users in Amazon Connect. So this is what we're going to use. Identity management perspective. Basically, we talk about, remember, agent profile, routing profile. We talk about, so we will have all, we are not going to do all those things, but here we'll store all this information in Connect. And here we have to give a URL. So I will use my name, you use your name. So I'll say Tom IVR, Tom IVR, or whatever name you want to give. So I say Tom IVR. If this name is available, it may give me, otherwise it will say, no, it does not exist, right? So I'll say Tom IBR. You guys will use your name. Okay, don't use my name. Right? We all have to use our own name. Now I'm going to say new. So as I click on new, it is asking me, hey, give me your administrator details. So I'm going to fill up this information. So I'll say first name is Tom. Last name is Patel. Username is Tom. Password I'm not going to tell you, right? Remember your password. And Tom, ITEXPS. ITEXPS.com. I will write down my username so I don't forget, because it will be all helpful. Okay. Now I'm going to go to next. Please understand that you have to remember this thing. If you don't remember the password, you will not be able to log in, because this is itself is a platform. You are creating a platform. Okay. Now I'm going to click on next. It says you will receive incoming call. Do you want an outgoing call? I'll say yes, I want both of them. So next. Now it says customer profile. You will create a profile. Remember routing profile. Would you send email? Would you want to do anything? I'll say everything looks good to me. Next. Asking confirmations and create instance. It may take a minute. An instance will be created. Give yourself a minute. An instance will be created. At this moment, any questions?
Same thing as today.
Irina, you're good? Why not?
I didn't pay, so I need to.
No, you just need to upgrade the account. That's what they did. They didn't do anything. You just upgrade the account. I think there was a link, right? Upgrade account and then follow the steps. Make sure you remember your username and password, because that will be used for login. Those who are having error, right? They need to just click on upgrade account. I think that's what, and then follow along. Yeah, but everything is default. We didn't change anything. Next. And you can see my what do you call, connect URL is ready. I'm going to copy this thing. People on phone, let me know if you are ready to go. When you create instance, it take a couple of minutes. So give yourself, once your instance is ready, give me thumbs up. Please don't stuck when things goes against you, right? Figure it out. I always tell this is like not simple thing. This is tricky. So you have to navigate it. Good. Seems like it's almost done for mine. It's 80% done. Hopefully it should be done now. So mine is done. Okay. Now please understand mine. I have previous one, so don't worry about this thing. I have to do all practice right before the class, right? So this is my instance ID and this is my URL. So there are a few steps we'll do at instance level, and there are a few steps we'll do at login level. What is this? This allows main configuration. So we can configure your bot here, we can configure your Lambda here, and here you configure the flow, how the user will come, how you will get, all you will configure the flow here. Here you configure the big ticket item. You configure what is your lags and all. And then you will connect these guys to your CloudFront. So you're connecting CloudFront here. So there are so many small things I'm going to do. Relax, we just need 10 minutes to do that. We're almost there. Okay. All right. So far we are lucky. Everything is working. So let's get started. So now click on the instance. I'm hoping instance is created. Yes or no? Yeah. Yeah. I'll give a minute in case if that helps.
Out of this topic, IAM roles, right? Do we have to create it as a root user, or we can create it?
Root user, it won't work. The lax will not work with the root user.
You're always creating a new.
No, I use the same IAM role right now. You see, I'm using same IAM role user, but when you create the exercise, I ask them to create a separate. So internal role, I don't create it. AWS will create automatically. But when I'm logging as a master role. Okay. Because some reason they don't, because these are all what you call user-based permissions. So that's why they mandate that you have IAM user, especially when you're using Bedrock, right? They want only IAM user will get a permission, not a admin. Okay. Good now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's follow along. I don't want to miss the momentum. Okay, I'm like a perfect momentum. So let's click on the instance here. So when you click on instance, your menu will change. Say yes, right? Please remember everything I'm copying properly, but this is screen change. Now, if you scroll down, see, there are a lot of information you can see here. One is the flow, right? One is the flow, right? So if I click on flows here, if I click on flows, it will take you like this way. Okay, make sure you follow along because this is not hard topic at all. This is, as I said before, you don't need to be a programmer. You just need to follow along. Flows, right? Now what this flows does, here, it gives me opportunity to select bot. Do you see that bot? This allows you to select bot. So we are going to select bot, which we created. Just now we created Tom IVR bot, in your case, your bot, and your alias. We're going to use final alias. And we're going to say add Amazon Lex bot. So we can select right away. You can see we selected our bot, we selected our alias, and this is our information selected. Was it hard at all? In case if I do lambda, I need to also select lambda at the bottom part, but you have to do Lex here. Okay. Now, if you scroll down, if I have other informations, it will give me options to select, lambda and all. But right now, this is lambda. I should have selected. If I'm, please see here. If I scroll down, if this Lex bot is talking to lambda, I would have selected lambda here. But in my case, it is not needed. Now, if you don't have to do anything, just I think you're good, right? There is no save button at all, so we are good there. Now,
Could you go
next
up?
step, sorry?
Yeah, so Virginia, we selected the Virginia and then the R.
No, Virginia by default is there. We didn't do anything wrong.
No,
Here, sorry,
it was picking another region, so
oh,
obviously we need
Virginia,
to select
yeah,
Virginia.
bot, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you select your alias.
Yeah, and the final IVR. Okay.
Good. So first thing, we set up a flow. Don't make it hard, right? Always see on the screen. You need to be a simple, pay attention. These are like, you can see we select the Virginia, select the bot. We do not type. You notice that so far. And then we select, make sure you click on add. So when you click on add, your screen and my screen will match. Okay. So that part is done. Now, if you carefully see that when we started, we click on the instance, right? So we're going to click again, overview again, one more time. So go to overview. So we have two URL, right? One is emergency URL and one is the URL. This URL through we will log in. Okay. So when you click on it, it will prompt me username and password, right? You will see connect logo and you will see username and password. So let's log in. So when you log in, you are getting into Connect platform. Give me thumbs up if you're here. You will love it, guys. And as I said before, remember, you need to be a fighter. Problem will come, but you have to fight. Don't just quickly give up. This is not the world you need to be, right? You are getting into the world where you have to fight, right? So you are here. Now, what we are going to do here is quite a good thing we are going to do. So first, follow along. First, you see here the routing, which we talk about. Queue we talk about. Queue operation we talk about. Again, I'm not going to explain that part because that's not a part of our class. So we are going to select a flow here. Click on flow. Click on flow. So when you see the screen will change, editor will show up. Say yes. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now click on create flow. Click on create flow. So when you click on create flow, you will see something like this. Good. This is itself is a very interesting what do you call technology, which allows you to create a flow without writing a program. So here, let's take 2 minutes so you will understand. And please don't take me wrong. My goal is not like going fast and ignoring that, but I want to go reasonable speed so we can complete the lab. I give you recording so you can practice that, right? What we are trying to do here. Here we are saying, you know what? If customer is gonna call me or text me, right? If customer call me or text me, that will be first customer input because they are going to do, right? So when the customer try to do, sorry, my mistake, prompt. First I will say prompt. I'll prompt it. How can I help? Right? Something I need to prompt. So when I prompt, customer is normally gonna say, you know, I need a hotel booking. That's called customer input because customer is gonna ask, hey, I need this hotel booking. So when customer asks, our natural language processing and NLU, natural language understanding, will find out intent associated with the question. How it does it? Magic is happening through AI. Once that is done, the next we can say, hey, what you want to do? Thank you for selecting our service, and then we done. Make sense? If I have Lambda, then when customer select intent, rather than saying thank you, I'll send this information to Lambda complete, and then I'll say thank you. Make sense, Anna? Right now we are doing phase 1. Maybe next week I'll complete phase 2 because too much thing at the same day, it's pretty difficult, right? So now click on interact, click on interact, click on interact. And if you scroll down, first your play prompt. So you drag and drop play prompt, drag and drop play prompt. So you drag and drop play prompt, right? So far so good, right? Very simple, easy. Remember, always use mouse. This is the class where you need a lot of drag and drop play prompt. Second thing, I want get customer input. So drag and drop customer input. The third thing, again, play prompt. And fourth things, scroll down and you say disconnect means terminate. So let's do terminate. So disconnect, right? This flow can be make it complex. You can do branching and all, but I'm doing the basic flow. There are a lot of complexity you can add. Trust me, itself is a very interesting. So play prompt, get customer input, and play prompt is coming from interact, and the disconnect coming from terminate. Right? Disconnect come from terminate. Always use mouse properly. This all three comes from interact. Good so far? People on phone, right? Please understand, when you are learning such new thing, as I said before, normal person it take 3 months, you're gonna do in 3 hours. Again, the money talks. Trust me. If you do this thing well, go in interview and you start explaining well, step by step, you don't have to go for second round of interview, right? You kind of show that how competent you are, right? Now, please, hello, a question, or if you have a question, please ask. Otherwise, please put yourself in a mute. Hello, if you're not talking, please put yourself in a mute. Good, thank you. So here we are going to put some English here. So please understand, this is the play prompt. So here is the button. If you click on that, it will allow me to configure it. So we're going to click on that and we'll say edit setting. So it will give you this option. Make sure you see what I do. I click on that, edit setting. I come here. I can give a name to the block if I want to write something here. Otherwise, you can keep it like that. It's always a good idea. So here I'll say, you know what, greeting, right? Greeting. You can write greeting or whatever you want. Just write something so it will be visible here. Now you can see there is an option called text to speech. So we are saying we select text to speech here option. Here you can write whatever you want. And here you are saying text to speech, and you're gonna say, you know what, welcome to Tom Travel Bot or Travel Service Bot. Service, right? Welcome to Tom Travel Service portal or bot, whatever you want to write. That's just a English message. When they call, they will listen. When they type, they will see it. It's a good idea, right? Welcome, right? Prompting. And then scroll down and save it. So if you see, there is a button called save. Make sense? We did this select, we just type this and we're gonna save it. Easy. Good. Move on. Now this is a little different. Pay attention on this thing. Here, these interactions will start because it's a get customer input. Our customer is gonna do a lot of input, right? Intent, right? Is gonna, I want to book a hotel. We have to find intent, then slotting. The Lex will ask slots about. Lex logic is already done, which we did part 3. This is part 4. So let's click on this one. As soon as you click on this one, this pop-up will show up. So here I'll say booking. So just write booking intent. Just write some. So at least you would know that. Right? Now, if you go down, click on text to speech. Click text to speech. Now, before, say, first you say welcome to travel portal. Now the next question will be, how can I help, right? How can I help? So naturally, that question user will see and then they will ask question, right? So how can I help? Please understand, you have configured this thing nicely. Now you are going to Amazon Lex. Always see on the screen. Very simple to see. Yes, sir. So let's click on Amazon Lex. So when you click on Amazon Lex, you will see something like this. Here is a tricky aspect. First, select a Lex bot. So if I click here, if our bot shows up, happy, joy, yay. Yes or no? So an alias shows up final. So that means our flow understands so far what we are doing. So this is, I didn't type and I selected this thing. So remember when we did part 3, we selected the bot, we selected this thing, right? Now there is one thing, it's not visible, but this is very important. When you select this thing, it will also give me options that this is the bot. So there's an intent. So if you scroll down a little bit, somewhere you see somewhere intent. Yeah, you can see here, add intent. Do you guys see that? A little bit scroll down and you will see add intent. Remember we talk about attribute, session attribute. So if you want to pass further, you can set session attribute also. But we are going to say add intent. Are you guys with me? Right? Always see on the screen because you're almost like 80-90% done. Don't make it hard. Remember, sometimes our approach will make decision, are we success or failure. Add intent, click on that. So when you click on add intent, you will get options. Now, time, most of people spend time. I also spend time. I type it. When you type, it doesn't work. You got to select. So click here. So when you click here, you've got a pop-up. And in pop-up, make sure language is English because you selected the language, if you remember that. And then you select intent. First I'm selecting intent, let's say book hotel. Make sense? Do you think it's hard? You can see entire class, we are not writing a single line of code. So if you say this is hard, then you're not ready for IT job. Right? Yes, sir.
When I click locale,
Mm-hmm.
nothing is popping.
It means you're not selected Lex properly. Did you select the Lex bot properly? Bot, and so it means you are not following correctly, right? Remember there is a bot, we selected bot and we selected alias.
Yeah.
For me also, I'm having the same issue. I selected even though, like,
Now let me repeat. Let me repeat. Did you select this thing, this two?
Yes.
Yeah, MS yeah, I did that.
It means, are you sure you are selecting yes or no?
Yeah,
You are
Yes.
selecting, right?
yeah.
But it should automatically come then. Then you, if you do add intent, if you do add intent, you click here, and when you select here, remember language we selected English when we were there. And then you click English like that. You are not seeing English at all?
No, no.
No, it says locale.
What about you?
can see.
So you may have a problem with the,
Show the final.
yeah, it means the problem is long back.
Says
So
no
remember-
data.
Yeah. So when you remember when I was about to take a break, I created a version, alias. I think somewhere you missed one step. Somewhere you missed that one step.
Can
Because
we enter manually here in the box?
no, it's not gonna work. You have to go back and then, I'm not sure why you missed that, right? Before we took a break, I'm not sure you guys missed all that step. Nicely we did, right? Final alias, version
I
1.
remember selecting English though.
Then it should come. There is no reason it should not come. Worst come worst, you may want to refresh and try if it were, that helps. Because if you type, it won't work. That's for sure. So you may want to go back to and connect and see that which version you selected. So in your lags, right? You need to go back to the lags. I'll just want to show you quickly, but you have to go there and then you have to see what's going on there. So example, you have to go to lags one more time back and see, did you check the language and all? Because it is possible your language is not selected properly.
The flows, should it connect to the test alias and stuff?
Yeah, I choose, there was two in it. I don't know how it came. I didn't really want.
It should automatically come, right? Yeah. So I think the internal issues people are saying, I'll show you here. Hello, Reshma and others. Did you guys select the flow properly? Because in flow, I selected very clearly. You can see BART and final. Did you select a final or did you say test alias?
No, final.
Final I did too.
If you have selected a final, then you have to go back to the lags and check your lags and see what version you have. So you have to go back here, and then the language part comes from alias. So if you go to alias, and if you go to final alias, it was crystal clear English language. Did you not have English here?
Lex.
And I hope you are in Virginia only, right? You're not changing the whole region. You're in Virginia because you're able to see bots. And this
Yeah.
happens, so you're not one of them, okay? This happens a lot. As I said before, pay attention. It's very tricky. One mistake, now you have to do 2 hours repetition and you will not know what's going on. If you can figure it out, worst come worst, refresh your browser. Sometimes that might also solve. Refreshing browser might solve. But this is where your in language was set up. Okay. Let me continue, otherwise we'll not be able to complete this exercise. So again, don't feel awkward. This happens a lot and you're not one of them. I also did 4 or 5 times that mistake. But here, those who are able to follow, again, as I said before, focus is very important because otherwise it will repeat entire exercise. So you select a language, you select intent. So I'm going to do hotel add. Again, I'm going to do add intent and I'll click on the thing, local English, and I'm going to select book car, add. Again, one more intent. This time I'll say fallback intent. So English again, and you can see I'm not typing. If you type, it won't work. I tried typing, and make sure you save it. This topic is very important because here you are giving intent properties. So that's why you can see a lot of items showed up. Now in a prompt, last prompt, it's very simple. We're going to say thank you. So we're going to edit that, and you'll say text to speech and say thank you. Thank you for your business. Make sense? So just a little bit, right? Thank you for your business. You just click here, text to speech, and I'm going to say save it. Now I need to connect all these things together, which is very simple thing, baby thingy, like a grade 3 level, right? You just click here and connect. The success will go here. The error should go to them disconnect. So error go to disconnect. Error will go to disconnect. So all error will go to disconnect, straightforward, right? Error will go to disconnect. And then this one, so you can see this one is going straightforward here. Now this all will go to one location. Make sense? So like that. So here, last one, success and failure, will also disconnect because you're at the end of the day you're completing. So you can see I'm connecting here, I'm connecting here, I'm connecting here, I'm connecting by holding left mouse button. I highly recommend to have mouse so you can do this activity. Good. Dragging, dropping should not be difficult part. If you make, let's example, if you miss one line, then when you try to save it, it won't allow you to save. So if, let's example, you miss this, so if anything you missed out, right, it will not allow you to save it. So far so good. So if you miss anything, like, it will not allow you to save it. Good. Last, success and failure will go to disconnect. Right now, please see on the screen again. Remember, if you miss one step, it's not end of the world. Make sure you understand, because otherwise you will spend, just like me, 20 hours and you will not be able to do lab. I would not do mistake. I understand, hey, there was a problem here, but rest of the things we still have a long run to go. Now here we're going to click here and we're going to write a name. So our name we are giving, like example, Tom IVR flow. So I'm going to copy this name, Tom IVR flow. I'm putting in my piggy bank, Tom IVR flow. So when I click on this thing, please understand, when I click this thing, then save button will be enabled. If I have small mistake, like example, either I didn't do this, I did not connect, or I did not do proper thing, then it will not save. Technically, it won't work. So it's very important that you do flow properly. I'm doing bare minimum basic block. Now I'm going to click on save. It is, once it's saved, I have to publish it. So when I publish, this will be available for the next step. And so far, sorry, no error. Any questions so far?
All the intents we have to add, because that's.
We should. It's not you have to, we should, right? Otherwise, there is no point to have BART. And then BART and voice will not. So we should add. You can also add a branching and all. There are a lot of, just like a program, right? It's a program behind the scenes. You can do branching, you can do Lambda also. I'll show you in coming class. But my goal here is to make sure the whole flow you understand, right? Make sure you save it and publish it. So at this moment, flow is ready. Now what should we do? So now we are going back to home, or you can see in your screen, you have two things. One is the login version of Connect, and one is the instance version. So I'm going to go to instance version. So let's go to instance version. Do you guys see that or no? In case if you don't see, you can always go from this one. You can go to home like that. So you can click on this and it can take you to the home also. Like that, you can go to home. But I normally see this. There are two options available. So I normally go here. Yeah. So I click on it. So when I click here, I'm in instance, say yes. Say yes. Yeah. Now, please follow along, because if you don't see that, you'll miss it. Now click on overview. Now, so far, 1 second, I'm missing one step. Give me a second. I'm not seeing that step here. So let me go back to the logged in home. Yeah, this one. So, yeah, I think this one home, my mistake. Wherever the flow is there, right? Wherever the flow is there, there's a home button. Click on that home button. Yeah, like this. Say yes. People on phone.
Yes.
We did a home flow here, and then we click on home. So what we are going to do is now we are going to buy a phone number, and then listen carefully what we are trying to do. So we're going to buy a phone. So once we have phone number, we're going to connect. If customer calls to my phone, we'll say run my flow. Yes or no? And when you run your flow does have lags, right? And then everything will work. And then we have to create this thing called widget. We will create a widget, and that widget code will plug it in our index.html. And if it works, we all have to say ta-da, right? It is a last step of the day, right? So we have still quite a work to do. So now I'm in home. Now click on channel, click on channel. So when you click on channel, there is a concept called phone number. So let's click on phone number. And in phone number, we don't have any phone. So we have to claim our phone. Make sense? Normally call center company claim like 50, 60 phone, because if one phone, they have queue of the phone, right? Doesn't matter you call this, or this, it will route the traffic. If you have only one phone, people have to wait, right? So doctor office, you wait. IRS, you wait, right? Because they have only one phone. But call center, normally they have more phone. So let's click on claim number. If on your exercise is not working, you can still do this step. So it's not like, oh my God, bus is left, I cannot do it. This step you can still do and find out the mistakes. You can wire that part, because these steps are independent. It has nothing to do with mistake you made. These are independent, right? Because flow is different. Now we're going to do claim number. So click on claim number. So now it is asking what kind of claim you want. Phone number. Of course, I need voice, right? Now it is asking country. So let's select the country. So we'll say select country, United States. So please understand, if I select United States, it is asking what number you want to select. So I can say select one number, and that number is selected. Now it is possible when you try, the number may not be available because more people have already used it, but it gives you number, and there is no special aspect of that. You can go down, and here you're going to connect your flow. So what was the flow name? We give a phone name Tom IVR flow. Do you agree or not? So this is where we link our phone. So we are saying if person calls this number, our IVA will call this flow, and then flow will start asking question. Based on the question, it will go to intent, and then it will work. Make sense? Pretty easy. Now, where is the save button? Oh, it's top, not in the bottom. So scroll up and click on save. So far getting there. So we are almost there. We are almost there. Let me check it out for a second. You don't do anything. I'm going to try. I'm kind of curious. Testing is required. 833 844. You can also call. See, you can increase my bill, right? Call this number if you can. If it is smart, it will execute the call.
How can I help?
Huh? I need a hotel. I want to book hotel. It's not going next.
What city will you be staying in?
New York.
What city will you be staying in?
Chicago.
What day do you want to check in?
Today.
How many nights will you be staying?
3 nights.
How many nights will you be staying?
3.
How many nights will you be staying?
3.
Thank you for your business.
Do you agree? Pretty good job. But we are not done yet. This is just for testing purpose. But people on phone, how simple it is to establish this, right? It's working. Do you guys agree or not? So far, whatever we have done, not bad. Not bad, but we are not done completely. So we have to generate a code and put it into index.html. So now click on this number. Click on this number. I just need to see I'm not missing here. Yeah, the number has proper. Okay, this is fine. Now you can see here there's a communication widgets. Do you see that? Communication widgets. Let's click on it. Next 3-4 steps are very important, so don't miss out. Again, process is very, very important because a minor mistake takes a lot of time. So what we are doing is we're generating code. We're generating code. That code I can put it in my HTML page, so it will become a worldwide bot. Means anybody from world can access it. Good thing or not, right? Phone number you saw. Anybody can from world can call that number. They will see action. So now I'll say add widget. Now, when you do add widget, it's going to ask name. So I'll say Tom IVR, right? I'll just give a name Tom IVR. Now it is asking, what do you want? So I'll say add chat, allow message. In a drop down box, it should give me options to select the flow. What is the flow? Tom IVR. Yes or no? So that is flow. Now web calling, if somebody calls from web, add video, add screen share. You can, you can share the screen if you want. I don't want to do that. That's fine. Right. Now you can also select here same IVR flow from naming conventions or matching. So far so good. So I give name Tom IVR, Tom IVR, Tom IVR. Now contact flow. I don't think I need to select anything. Now I'm going to save and continue. Save and continue. When I save and continue, it's going to give me some instruction that how your bot will look like. So this is my bot will look like. So I can color code the bot. So I can customize, like example, if you like this color, if you like blue color, black color, yellow color, right color. So if you don't like this color, you can change the color like that. Again, choice is yours. Like example, you want to change this color. Again, I'm not artist any shape or form, but you can play around the color, right? If you want to play how your bot will look like, right? Again, the decoration part, right? Now you're going to do save and continue. When I save and continue, the main thing it comes here, which domain you want to put the code. So here the domain is nothing but our CloudFront. So CloudFront, if you remember, we started CloudFront, domain is here. So the domain is here. So I'm going to copy that domain. Copy the domain, and I'm going to paste that domain here. Make sense? So that part is pretty good. So this is where I say, you know what, you create a code, and that code should go by default here and through here to S3. Okay. This part took me quite a long time because something is not, I still don't understand why. That HTTPS, if I do HTTP, it doesn't work. HTTPS, it works, but it works. So like it's a here, do you want to add security? I'll say, no, I don't want to add security. I'll say save it. So I'm now saving it. So when I save it, I get a code. If I save it, I will have a code. So if you scroll down, there is a code written. Remember in my Word document, there was a yellow color code. So this is the code. Now what I really need to do, I need to copy this code. So I'll say copy script here. Click on that. Last step, we're almost there. Copy script. So we copy script. Now, because my HTML page is still available to me, I need to paste in between the head. Remember, I was mentioning that the yellow color code we deleted, we're going to put it here. So this is the code I pasted here. So now you can see that the script is added under head tag. So this is the head tag. I added the tag. What this script will do, it will call, connect and get the bot. And bot will be small, right? Every website bot is somewhere like circle. You click it and bot will enable, right? So it will do that. Now here is the problem. Here is the problem. The file which I initially posted is index.html. If I make a change, some reason it was not picking up. So what I noticed is anytime I make a change, what I'm going to change the name. So I'll say file, save as, file, save as, and you always select all. Rather than index, I'm going to do index 1 just for tracking purpose. Sorry for that, index 1, or you can do bot HTML, whichever you like. So whatever you like, you can write whatever you comfortable. Index 1, and I save it. Everyone understand how I got the JavaScript? That is a widget, and I just give a name for what you call our CloudFront DNS I gave and generated that. Now the file is saved, index1.html. I'll go back to our normal S3 bucket. So I'm gonna, if it is not there, I will have to open AWS console and I'll go to S3 bucket. Right, this is the last step, and if it works, we accomplished our goal. And even doesn't work, you have to figure it out because we ran out of time today, right? So Tom, it should work. I tried like almost 17-18 times. It works smoothly. I'm actually now pro because more mistake you make, more learning happens, right? I made a lot of mistakes. Saturday I was here for almost like 7 hours, and the mistake I was making is the file was not refreshing. So I was keep changing, but error was the same. After a couple of hours, I said, man, why am I? Then I thought, let me change a new name, and it worked straight. So this is the one, right? So this is our bucket, right? So this is our bucket. I'm going to upload the file and add file, right? And when I do add file, I'm going to do double click index.html and I'm going to upload. So now our bucket will have 2 files. I'll close it. So I think you all know how to upload the file because we did a couple of times. So you know very well. I uploaded file. Now I have index.html. Index.html has no bot, and index1.html should have a bot. So good news, we do have a file here. Open, yes or no? If you're lucky, are you guys ready? If you're lucky, we should see bot here somewhere. And when you click on bot, it should say, look at that, click on that. So this is index.html. We didn't touch it. So technically it won't show up. So no problem, don't cry. Index1.html. Do you guys agree or not? And I press enter and bot is visible. Give me thumbs up so far. So far positive, and I click on it and this happens because listen carefully. This happens because it takes significant time to refresh. It's not that we have a problem. Bot did not yet got that thing yet. So let's give time. Are you able to do? Yeah. She is lucky one.
I upgraded the plan.
So we are unable to load the refresh the page. Let's try. Ideally it should come, but so when you paste it, right? Just want to make sure you all understand. When you paste it, you pushed entire thing or slash also. Anything did differently? Same thing. Okay. So let me try the same here.
Oh, I have the slash.
You're a slash.
Yeah. Copied from browser.
Okay. But I don't think that will be that will make a big difference, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh it. It takes a little time sometimes. So see, the way I debug is I press F12 and try to see what is causing this guy trouble. So here you can see here it is giving me 400 failed to load response, so resources. So it's a 400. The server responded with this. We'll call a day. We are almost there. So let's complete our quiz part. You guys will need to do that. I don't think one student has successful means there is no error on our side. Okay, what's the correct answer here? Do you guys agree? People on phone, at least participate a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree? Visually define how customer interact and routed. Good. Next one.
Amazon Lex.
Do you guys agree? Next one. Do you guys agree? Yep. Next one.
Collecting structured information.
Yeah.
Very good.
Structure.
Next one.
Routing profile.
Next one.
Amazon S.
Anytime recording, storing, always S3 when you're storing. Next one.
CloudWatch.
Next one.
When the bot cannot understand.
Next one.
CloudFront.
Someone is here.
Session attributes. Yeah, session.
Oh yeah, Nandra teaching.
Bedrock.
Yeah.
Next one.
NLP, MLU.
Natural language processing, natural language understanding.
Agent.
Next one. This is what I was trying to do.
Connect widget.
Next one.
Intent. Wait.
It's component directly responsible for understanding user request and mapping it to specific action. Yeah, intent. Okay, so now I think that is done. Let's see, last chance. I feel awkward when it is almost there and it's not there. We tested like in the middle. So the issue is right now the widget which we created, widget is not getting somehow the details. So it's still having a no, it's somehow see unable to load chat at this time. So it's not erroring out, it's not refreshing. It means it is taking time. It's not getting, might be a problem. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're right. You are right, because I accidentally used different domain then. So let me yeah, I'll copy this thing. Right?
Yeah.
Save content. I hope this generates new. I hope so. Ideally, it should work, right? Sorry?
Script is same to be same.
Script is same?
Same. We can
If,
try.
no, we can try, nothing wrong.
It's not. Yeah.
This is like a problem in our thing. Yeah, it worked. So I feel awkward, like at the last stage, we make mistakes. So you can see, I wanted to do the main thing. I want to show you this. I allow, right? And now I'll say start a call. Look at that. Yes, start a call. Then call starts, okay? Allow.
Welcome to Tom Travel Service Portal. How can I help?
I want to book hotel,
What city will you be staying in?
Chicago,
What day do you want to check in?
today,
How many nights will you be staying?
1,
What type of room would you like?
King.
Queen, king, or... Okay, I have you down for a one-night stay in Chicago starting September 10th, 2025. Shall I book the reservation?
Yes, please.
Thank you for your business.
Pretty good. Give me a thumbs up. See, guys, trust me, you won't believe that how hard I worked on it, because it's minute mistake. And problem is they have changed version. So the tutorial which you see is 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. After a lot more effort, I found one interesting thing: break it down. So every step you can check it out. Try it out, this thing. This is like advanced, and every company will have some support from this type of requirement. If I'm thinking, like, when you complete this project and class, if you want to do internship, we can do for ITEXPS, right? You call it and it's a training you want, right? So for you, homework perspective in our forum, it'll take only 1 minute, not to more than. From homework perspective, the Word document which you download, right? And if you scroll down, there is a homework details are there. Please try that. It's a kind of movie related thing. When you try different form, you will have fun. All the details we did, it's documented here. But at the end of the day, I'm asking you to do this one. So you can see student homework. You see this in a document at the last, the purchase movie ticket. So if you do it, I think you will have fun. It may take like 3-4 hours, but it's good. People who are dropping, make sure you drop your resources. Don't tell me that you're going to get charged. Especially Connect is very expensive, so I'm going to drop Connect and all. But and other things you can do later if you want to, but Connect and CloudFront are very, very expensive. If you don't use, doesn't matter. They're going to charge you. So I'm going to just delete it. Connect and Lex bot is not expensive. Connect and CloudFront is very expensive. They will charge you a lot more money. So I'm just gonna. So I'm done with my Connect, and CloudFront I need to do because I have 2. So CloudFront, there's one option is good, is you can disable it. So that will not charge you. That's good because you may need to troubleshoot. Connect you can recreate, but this way you can disable. People on phone, I hope you can later on, if you don't need it, you can just remove that. So example, Lex, I have many. So I'm now, because I thought in case if I run with the error, I can show you my working prototype, though I have a couple of working. So I'm going to delete now. I don't need any more. So you can see I've done many of them. I'm going to delete this thing. Just